Hi, I am Victor and welcome to this devlog where I'm going to work on improving the combat. So the question is, will I be able to make combat fun in my game and release a demo for playtesting by the end of this devlog? Well, I have no idea because I am recording this as I have started to work. I probably don't have enough time to do this. With a quick Google search, I have found some information written down what I have learned about great combat and will design my game around that. I'm starting this off with something that is specific for my game. I want players to play aggressively, so I need to add mechanics that reward this kind of playstyle. After thinking, I have decided to add a Bloodlust. When the player kills an enemy, he gets a buff to his speed and damage for 3 seconds. Also, when the player defeats all enemies in a room, he gets Bloodlust for 5 seconds. Next, I want to add terrain hazard objects. I think they will be fun as they will create new situations which players will have to adapt to. I have created this mushroom that functions as a regular obstacle, but all projectiles bounce off it. I have mentioned in the last devlog that I will be removing secondary weapons because they go against my idea of this game, and that I will instead of them implement heavy attacks for melee weapons. I thought about this for some time and decided that I will do it. I have removed bows and shields from players' equipment. However, as I was thinking of how I would implement heavy attacks, I had a new idea that I like much more. The reason why I wanted heavy attacks was so players had more options with weapons, and while heavy attacks give you one new option, giving players 2 different melee weapons could provide even more options. I think that could be pretty fun. Okay, I had to rewrite a lot of code, but it works. Now I have to create a new weapon so I can test it out fully. I like the idea of a spear, so I will do that. I have created all 3 animations for the spear attacks and set the spear's data. Spear is a long reach weapon, useful for keeping distance from your enemies and impaling multiple enemies at once. It deals medium damage and also has medium attack speed. Since I want to release this game for playtesting, I have to fix some bugs. From what I can notice, this game doesn't have any game-breaking bugs, only small ones. I had to fix a lot of them, so here is a screenshot of everything I have fixed. Now that the game has no issues, hopefully, I can start adding more things to the game so there is more variety. I have an idea for a second terrain hazard, which will be an arrow trap. It is done and it is really cool. I can easily flip this arrow trap to 4 different directions by clicking this button. It shoots when a player walks in front of it and deals damage to the player but also enemies. Currently there are only 2 enemies in the game and there is a good reason for it. Creating an enemy takes a lot of time and a lot of repetitive coding. So to make this faster, I have spent 6 days straight coding a new tool that is probably the craziest thing I have ever done in Unity. Here is the code. I'm showing this because I'm proud of this. Anyways, during school, like a responsible student, I have ignored the whole class and instead designed a new enemy, Bandit. I drew him, and by using this tool I have saved myself at least 30 minutes of annoying work. One thing I kept in mind while designing him was to keep the human enemies human. Currently there is no way for them to express emotions which will change, so I made it that when his health is below half, he runs away, hides and heals. Otherwise he behaves aggressively, rushing towards the player with a knife. I created a couple of new rooms and here is the current state of the combat. Sadly, I didn't manage to get this game ready for playtesting. Hopefully I get it done by the next devlog. Thank you for watching. If you want to follow Beachhead progress, I would appreciate it if you subscribed. Summer break is basically starting for me this week and that means that I will have a lot more time to work on this game. Bye!